open till it shatters through the ocean.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, and other farm animals, this is Arinia, and welcome to episode 14 of Factorio Adventures. Now, it's been a much longer hiatus than I originally intended, but we are finally back up and running with the reorganized ore system. There might be some more reorganizing to come with it, but we'll have to see, because I'm not entirely sure how this little is going to work out when we add in the other stuff, because we have lead and tin coming as well. So we're going to have to set up a loader for them really quick here. There we go. I noticed that it uses a lot different stuff for the second loader. Of course, going to have that going into the inventory rather of it. But how we are going to get lead is through Rubyte and bobmonium, and I'm also going to go move this coal storage up and turn it into a shed, because that shed has a lot more space. And eventually we'll get coal mines set up again, but I'm saving the mines for a moment until we get these set up. These are the Rubyte and bobmonium mines. Rubyte in red, bobmonium in yellow. And these are the next project. So, let's go ahead and get cracking. First things first, I always try and find a good place to start, and then just place the mines around. I like to have one square of overlap between them, if I can get away with it, but let's see if we can. Or hang on, is there ore? Yes, there's ore in that space, so we actually have to scoot that over. There we go, and let's keep going around. I'm pretty sure this is the one that gives me tin, yes, because tin's going to be the next important resource. Okay, starting to run low on mines, I'm noticing. But I think we have the research to build new mines. If we need, we can build plenty of them. It says we have enough material to build 142. Well, we're not going to need that many in the immediate short term, though, of course, when we start expanding our horizons to look for the new stuff, we will have to consider that. I've put down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 mines. So I think I should be able to put those into a single run of it. And we're going to want the loader, because the chutes I've discovered are actually very slow. They're useful for certain things, however, and they're also less expensive than the iron loaders. And I have put that backwards. Need to do it that way. Okay. Now we'll just start running the transport belt. Okay, and that one comes up to there. Drop it down. Okay, now, you might notice we don't have any boilers lurking around. That's because we have unlocked the mysteries of wind power. So we're going to set up a couple of wind power generators around that particular power point. We'll start with 2. I'm certain we're just run the power cords. Okay, and now those will start bringing back a supply of bobmonium ore. Let's go ahead and get the other 8 done, so we have the best supply possible. Okay, that's the first 4. Now for the others. Oops, missed one. There we go. Alright, now we can power up the rest of this line. Just complete the loop. There we go, full set of 8. And the good news is that even though these basic belts are slow, the mines on this hard stuff are pretty slow too, so you have plenty of time for everything to collect. It's actually starting to build up relatively well. Well, that's starting to process things. We're going to go ahead and set up the Rubyte mines, and I'm just going to drop them in a couple of places here. Try and clear up some of the junk. Hang on, do I have the lawnmower? No, it's not actually a lawnmower. I don't think I have it researched yet. I am, however, going to need a few more. So I'm going to go ahead and have it build out 15 more of them. We're going to jump into times 8 for a little bit here. And just let it build out some of those. Then we'll continue into. Alright, now this is a good place to start, this notch up here. Okay, there's that. Cover that. I always like to make sure the opening is clear. Just because, you know, I could probably set up mines to rid these out, but actually I might just, you know, might set up a mining grid. Just to see how many mines we can cram in. Yeah, let's do that. I think it's a good experiment for this episode. And drop it into 8 so that way we can clear these transport belts pretty quickly. Actually, I think we might have been overloading the wind turbine a bit. We're going to go and power those down. I don't want to mine the stuff. Okay, drop into 4. Okay, yeah, we're just going to see how well we can grid this out. Okay. There's not a lot that goes there. Okay. I need to evidently bash it with my pickaxe. Okay, those are probably going to... Okay, as we put in grids, let's go ahead and get them working. Okay, okay. Power will go. Go ahead and power up. There we go. That grid is working. Actually, what I'm going to do... I'm going to do this grid a little different. Okay. I think you guys will see the idea I'm going for here. Not entirely sure how this will be. I guess we will find out. Suddenly realizing that worked. it looks like it handles all right. What's the power do? 1 meg. Okay. Oh, we'll add another layer. Okay. So, new layer, of course, the outside ones go in. And then these ones basically filter in wherever. So, this one can go away. Okay, third layer of the grid. Eventually we're going to get to the point where we start needing the faster belts on the center. And I think I have enough belts that we could use in the most jammed areas, but so far we're doing alright. 1.8, so we're definitely going to need more power for the next layer of the grid. Alright, there'd technically be an overlap there. Yeah, we might as well, you know, follow the rules for experimenting. There's nothing out here, though, so we don't have a placement. Alright, let's line them up. Helps if I turn them in the right direction. Break up the pattern a little bit. Okay. Wow, this is gonna be cool when it fully starts up. Okay. Are any of the mines having to stop yet? Doesn't look like. But we also need to provide more power. They're not running at full speed, so time for wind turbine number 3. And it's very resource intensive in terms of building all of these mines, but notice we can build hundreds of them, so it's a useful experiment, even if I decide to go back to my usual way of mining things. Of course, we'll have to see about applying it down here, too. The thing is, we tend to fill these up very, very quickly. So I might have to replace the shed with a warehouse sooner rather than a storehouse. Sooner rather than later. At least for that. For that one, that shed should last a while. Although, when we upgrade, who knows. Either way, it looks like we are still running rather well. We've got probably 2 more layers to build. Oh, and we'll see if that continues. Okay. Adding the 5th layer to the grid. Excuse me, by the way. Alright. Time for layer 5. Okay, yeah, now it really is starting to back up down here. It. Place that loader. Place a few of these belts. We're not actually blocking up any of the mines yet, though. It's amazing to me. Just to be sure, I upgrade these central few belts. Ought to make things work a little bit smoother, especially when we add the 6th row. Wow, we've already built up 8,000 bobmonium. That's excellent. I'm definitely going to be upgrading all of my mines to do this. Okay, the 6th and final row will just be a skimpy row, because we only need 4. I'm not going to put one for just 200. You know, it's different if it's like 600 or 700. It's just 200. It's not going to be long. Alrighty. And powering up. Of course, we need one more. There we go, 4 megawatts. All the mines are working at full power. What a sight it is. I think I'm going to move the power out this way. Just to get it out of the way. Power both of these sets of lines from the same generator. Leave that out of the way for a moment. Okay, put one. Move one. Just make sure it always has power. There we go. Moved over. Alright, now let's get the Rubyte. Of course, we're going to need a lot more, because we're doing this a different way now. We're going to start the grid over here this time. Here, that is the limit. Okay. Actually gives us a pretty good place to set up the shed. Right there. And we'll start with a basic loader, though I'm surprised we need a faster one before. Go. Now let's set up the first 2 rows before we go. Okay. Of course, outside stays to the outside. just drop it in through the gaps. It's a bit more difficult in the bottom row. But there we go. And now these need more power, so we're going to go ahead and drop in the 5th turbine. Alright, next row, please. Of course, we still have one to the outside. Oh, there we go. Now we'll just drop the rest of them in, but I'm starting to run low on transport belts. I'm down to just 15 of them. Fortunately for us, we can make another 500. And that actually makes 2 each, so I think we're going to have plenty for a little while. And we'll, of course, make more iron if we need to. Okay, next row. I figured I would just have to make a straight grid, but this works so much better. Okay, power poles. And I think this will be the last row. Yeah, definitely. 1.2, okay. I'll put one there. 7.5, oh yeah, definitely one there, which means there's one to the outside. And then the rest we just run however. Yeah, just the last one right there. Sure. Okay, we're almost certainly going to need more power, and that is not the button I wanted. Or as I usually say, buttons. Okay, and the mines are working. Looks like there is a little bit of stutter going on down here, so we're going to go ahead and upgrade these belts. And there we go. That's how you make a grid-based mine. That's very rapidly building up a good supply, which is nice. I'm going to go ahead and do this to the rest of the mines, but I'm going to do it off screen because you guys are probably had enough of me faffing around with mine organization. Yeah, I think these grid-based mines are going to do very well indeed. So in the meantime, thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for the outro. Hey everyone, Arinia here. Thanks so much for watching this latest video out of my channel, and thanks so much to these patrons who, among others, are helping make this content possible by donating at least $10 on my Patreon page. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, leave a comment. Tell us what we need to do better. If you liked it, still leave a comment. I'm always open to input. If you like the channel, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and join us on the Discord community, link in the description.
If you want to support the channel, and I really hope you do, please, down in the description is a link to the Buy Me a Coffee page, which you can donate to for a one-time donation, or the Patreon page, which you can head on to donate monthly and get perks. In the meantime, this is Irinius saying once again, thanks for watching,